The 121st National Cattlemen's Beef Association Annual Convention wrapped up last month in Phoenix. We now share stories from three ranchers, Jerry Bond, Joe Leathers, and Lydia Yon, who all spoke on the panel titled True Stories of Beef Business Survival.
People invest in risk management to cover their potential losses, or a shift in the market. Risk management is also, in my mind, you develop a plan to reduce the risk in case of a natural disaster, whether it be drought, fire, flood, blizzard, whatever the case may be. And just because you've got the plan, everybody that works for you needs to know that plan and needs to know how to implement it. But you also have to have a trigger mechanism when you're going to pull the trigger to implement that plan at whatever stage of drought or fire that you're in, or whatever stage the natural disaster's in. So if you're not home and something happens, well, your employees or your family needs to know when to pull that trigger, and don't be afraid to pull it.
Every business is only as successful as the people that are able to operate it, and we find that our industry, particularly relationships, is what really makes it count. And we had the privilege over the years to feed cattle for probably 700 or 800 different individuals and entities from all parts of the country, and those relationships are important to build and to be able to retain that kind of a customer base. And so you have to make them feel they're important, and you have to get your team, your employee team that works with you every day, get them prepared and used to being customer focused, to take care of them and doing innovative things. And certainly one of the things that we did that was very successful for us was to become a certified Angus beef partner.
My husband and I started our place from scratch. We had no lands, no equipment, and very little financing to start with. So we had to be really creative in how we acquired cattle and acquired land and grew our operation. So an opportunity presented itself unexpectedly to purchase 100 acres of land and a small house, and the financing fell into place with the Farm Service Agency and through owner financing. So when all those things sort of aligned, it was like, all right, we're probably supposed to do this, so we're going to give it a shot. When we started, we had a pickup truck and 100 cows, and we didn't have any equipment. So there was an older set of brothers in our town that had commercial cattle, and in exchange for us managing their cattle, working their calves, vaccinating, and helping them with day-to-day tasks with their cow herd, they allowed us to use their equipment in exchange. So we weren't paid money, but we were given the opportunity to borrow their equipment, put up our hay, harvest our hay. So, that's just a really simplistic way, just a trade out of labor, whereas we could have just said, oh, how are we going to do this? We don't have the equipment.
The word survive has a connotation of being, you survived it and you're still alive, but you're going to have some bruises and you're going to have some wounds, if you will, financially, probably a little bit emotionally. The ranch is going to have to recover. And so survival is not fun. You're blessed when you get through it. You're smarter when you get through it. You take what you've learned and you apply it to future disasters that can come your way. But it's not going to be a bed of roses while you're going through it.
If you visited the Angus Association and Certified Angus Beef brand booth in Phoenix, you noticed that we had two awesome giveaways. Congratulations to Jill Healy of Paso Robles, California for winning the Certified Angus Beef Ultimate Grilling Tower. And Daniel O'Connell of Sacramento, California is the lucky winner of the trip to the 2018 Angus Convention in Columbus, Ohio. Make sure you visit the Angus booth at next year's NCBA convention for your chance to win another great prize.